Other guys. Um, I wanted to come make this video today. It's actually something that I'd actually had some thoughts about already. But I wanted to go ahead. There's a topic that I was listening to on a podcast, and it kind of brought that up. So while I have it on my mind, I wanted to go ahead and talk about it just a little bit. One of the issues that a lot of women now, younger women, a lot of the Gen Zers and the millennial women, they are moving away from those old traditional cook, clean, have babies, be a housewife type mindset. And not even so much that they don't necessarily want to be housewives, because of course every woman is different. But I'm thinking it's more so the way that being a housewife is perceived and have been perceived for many, many decades at this point. And they were talking about why men are so lazy, why men won't get up and, do the dishes, do the laundry, sort of kind of just take initiative, without the woman asking them, because many times they feel like that's nagging. Without her having to quote unquote nag, or having her just keep repeating herself. Like, I've asked you for 6 months to do such and such, And more so kind of like just taking some initiative, because this is your house too. You live here too. These are your kids as well. I think a lot of modern women, and even women who are not that modern, such as myself, although I won't ever get married again, still, I think it's a thing of looking at relationships, especially if you're going to live together, as more of a partnership. You know what I'm saying? Just doing it because it needs to be done. You know what I'm saying? You going to the bathroom or pass by something and there's clothes on the floor and cups and, plates or whatever everywhere. Just take them to the kitchen. You know what I'm saying? Or just take the initiative to wash them, or just whatever. So more of a partnership, more of a not having to be asked and feeling like I'm nagging you or whatever, and just doing it, So I think that's a bit of it. There's also an article, I saved it because I didn't have time at the moment to look at it or to read it, but it was talking about Gen Zers and millennials actually changing the way marriage has been, which is actually awesome. They're setting their own standards, actually. And as I said, I mean, it's great, because they are the ones that have noticed the problem to so much so that they're like, you know what, I'm not even going to do this no more. Like, we're either going to change this or it's not going to happen, and I think that's great. And that's part of why I've always, had such an admiration for Gen Zers. They are really, they stand on business, as they say. They stand on business. And I appreciate that, I'm not saying that they're perfect, because, there's a few things that I think could be done a little better, different, whatever. But at the end of the day, I think they have a lot of good incentives. You know what I'm saying? I think they're really changing things and causing things to change for the better. And whether it's for the better or not, at the end of the day, it's for the better for them. It's one of those things where they're doing what's best for them, And that's where it matters, because they're the one that's going to be in the relationships. But I mean, I think it's a good thing, but here's the reason why, though, if I can go back. The reason why I think it's been that way, and it's always been that way, with men kind of expecting the woman to do it all, raise the kids, go to work, take care of the house. They're like, that's women's work. Like, that's the woman's job or whatever. And I honestly believe it comes from religion. I think it's steeped in religion. And I think we've just carried that on. You know, America's a Christian nation or whatever. And I think those are some of the things that just carried on, you know. And it started from woman being placed as the helpmeet. You know what I'm saying? And it was always pumped up or given to women that the wife is to help the man. So whatever he need his socks picked up, you help him pick up his socks. If he need, you know, his plate washed out after dinner, you watch, you know. And it's kind of, it's really infantized men a lot to a level of unhealthiness. I do get it. I do understand, because I'm a natural caregiver. And I know a lot of women are kind of natural caregivers. It's just kind of in us. But at the same time, it becomes a very burdensome. It becomes a thing of almost taking advantage, of not being appreciated, of not feeling, you know, not feeling good. I mean, it's one of those things. If, you know, she has got up and is taking care of the kids and maybe homeschooling, or even if she's not homeschooling, getting the kids to school, making sure everything is done, doing all the things that she does while they're at school, and even maybe going to work, coming back and having whatever responsibilities she has then. And husband comes home and hair's all over the head, no makeup on, whatever, and she's just looking rough, you know what I'm saying? And, you know, he equates it to, well, you've been home all day. And it's just like, well, yeah, but I've been doing stuff. Like, I wasn't trying to be pretty while I'm cleaning up and washing and all this kind of stuff. And, you know, a lot of times there can be a bit of a conflict there, you know, where the man even makes her feel not pretty or just whatever, because, you know, his mindset is, well, you've been home all day. But I think so many men really don't understand and really recognize all that women do in a day. They really think because you work at home, you're literally just sitting around not doing nothing. And I think that mindset needs to change, you know what I'm saying? I mean, every woman, of course, has different responsibilities, and it takes her so much time to do this or so much time to do that. Another woman might be quicker. Children throw a wrench in so much stuff, because they really make a difference in how things get done. You know what I'm saying? And whether they're big kids, whether they're small, I mean, like, all that stuff matters, you know? So there's just so much to it, but I really hope and pray that men will kind of start looking more, even more appreciative at, you know, what women do in a day and how she really does hold you down. She really does, you know, and some of it, a lot of it is just kind of being appreciative. You know what I'm saying? Another mindset that a lot of men have is that, oh, well, you're at home all day, whatever you're doing, what you're supposed to be doing, you know, the woman's work. And it becomes, like I said, a thing of just kind of taking it for granted. Like, oh, that's just what you do. And there's no appreciation because she cooked the food. There's no appreciation because your kids are nice looking, healthy, smart, and all that. There's no appreciation for it because that's what you're supposed to do. You see what I'm saying? So that's all. I'm going to cut the video off. I don't like to go too long when I'm recording on my phone, because I don't know how much, you know, how much space I have at the end of the day. So let me know what you think, you know. But I am, as I said in the beginning, very happy that Gen Zers and some of these millennials are still getting married, because that's another really big thing. There's so many women that's just like opting out, like they just don't even want to do it anymore. And I mean, if that's your choice and that's your life decision, then that's good. But I really think a lot of things that's going on in relationships, I'm not blaming men, but I'm just saying, I think a lot of it is the woman's response to how men have been acting and doing. Because men, as we know, they're not real good with change. You know what I'm saying? They want to keep things as they always have been. And women are like, no, we're tired of it. We're not going to do it anymore. So those who are still looking for love, those who are still taking a chance on relationships, I think it's a great thing. Because hey, we need love. You know what I'm saying? The world needs love. So I think it's a great thing. But I respect the women who are just tired. You know what I'm saying? I respect that. And I wish, as I close, that more men would stop listening to other men and listen more to women, at least what women say they want, and stop just, oh, women don't know what they want, women confused, women just get bored, and so they just, stop behaving like that and actually really listen. And if there is a woman that's doing that kind of stuff, and you can see that this is just not going to go anywhere, find someone else. You know what I'm saying? Every woman is not the same. And that's another real big problem. They keep putting all women as the same. That's what a lot of these podcasters and these people who talk to men and give them a lot of toxic advice, that's kind of what they do. They just kind of stereotype all women. And it's just really bad. It's really bad that so many men run and go with that and like don't even really get to know women for themselves. They don't even talk to the women in their families. Like if you don't have a woman that's in your life as far as a partner, relationship with her, talk to the women in your family, like poll your cousins and stuff. You know what I'm saying? Talk to the older women, like talk to women and just see. You know what I'm saying? If we wrong, you know? You guys let me know what you think about what I said, and let me leave me a comment. Hit the subscribe button, hit all notifications so that you know when I upload new videos. You guys, thank you for listening. Thank you for watching, and until the next video, I'll see you next time.